Welcome to round 4 of the Cody's D1NZ National Drifting Championship at Hampton Motorsport Park. Dan holds a big lead in the title chase after his back-to-back win in Tauranga, and with 3 out of 3 podium finishes so far, everyone in pit lane has their sights set firmly on the Castrol Edge Commodore. Who will shake up the points chase as we head into the halfway mark of the season? Find out right here on Oversteer TV. Taking a look at the championship points after round 3, Dan Woolhouse has a comfortable 75-point lead back to the chasers Andrew Redwood and Kurt Whitaker, the defending champions still putting up a strong title defence. Rising star Nico Reed drops back to 4th after Tauranga, ahead of Gaz Whita's tough season, who still manages to sit 5th in points, and equally tough for Mad Mike Whittet, rounding out the top 6 on 185 points. He'll be looking for a stronger performance in the second half of the season. We're here with Andrew Redwood, second in points in the championship at the moment behind Dan. Mate, how's the championship chase going at the moment?
Yeah, it's going good for us, second in points. I mean, you can't be upset with that. And he's jumped ahead a bit with 60 points up, but we can easily make that up if, you know, the odds play in our favour and we do well this weekend and next.
All right, and how are you feeling heading into qualifying? Ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, we've all driven Hampton Downs heaps, so everyone knows what they have to do. The car is driving well besides the little issues that I'm having, and yeah, throwing on heaps of angle and motor's running strong. The tyres are just so grippy, it's crazy.
All right, looking forward to a podium?
Yeah, we're always looking forward to a podium, man. That's the goal, you know, to get top 3. So you have that champagne at the end of the weekend and stand up there, and it makes it all worthwhile again. Yeah.
Well, round 4 at Hampton Downs sees the drivers take on the only big elevation change in the circuits this season, up and over the hill at turn 2 and 3, making one of the shortest drift sections in the country. The big challenge on entry with a near 90-degree slide into the first apex before putting the power down to get up and over the hill. After practice on day 1, Tech Deloy's Gaz Whita was the man to beat in the LS2 V8 powered S14 until a big engine failure put the car out of competition right before qualifying.
We got some plans. We don't know what the motor was out of originally, so we pushed it pretty hard for a factory motor. Probably a bit too many revs, and I'd say a rod bolt's let go or something like that. And yeah, it's done some big damage in there, so we'll pull it out and see what it's done and go from there.
Left without a car, Drift Corp teammate Justin Rood lended the use of the Legends 180 SX. Still in 2006 specifications, it was proving more than a handful for the 3-time champion.
Going and around it goes, so it's going to be a 0 again.
Yeah, Justin's let me use his 180. It's a bit feels like a bucket of arse actually compared to this car, but you know, it'll do the trick. If I can get some qualifying points, that might help in the long run, but I don't want to damage that car either, so I'll just go out there and do a couple of lazy laps and see how we go.
Young gun Hugo McLean was pumped up behind the wheel of the Grabber Tool AE85, fresh from his first ever podium finish at Bay Park. Alright, we're here with Hugo McLean. Man, you had a really good performance at the last round.
Yeah, everything just fell into place, and I just couldn't believe how well the car's going now, and yeah, everything's just working, seems to be working together. It felt real good. Yeah, just it's funny as well, like over in the States at the moment they're making a documentary on how the 86 is like an old chassis and how it's incapable now against like all of these Silvias and Supras and stuff. So yeah, it's good proving a point.
Former circuit racing star Danum Templeman missed practice on day one, applying the finishing touches to the refreshed NAC RX-7, the 13B rotary being swapped out for a brand new 2JZ.
Yeah, no, we did miss practice unfortunately yesterday, just the finishing touches of getting the car here in time, and it's here and we've done 3 laps and nothing major's fallen off at the moment, so it's good. There's a few things we've got to sort out, but just, you know, thanks to my guys for working their backsides off the hours and nights that they've done. You know, it's just been awesome, and they're all pretty knackered and nearly asleep in the corner. So this is my old 30ME car that we've put a 2J in and a G-Force gearbox in. Just basically test the car, and we will send that over to compete in Formula Asia again, or Formula Drift Asia. We're looking at maybe putting it into another chassis for next season, but at the moment this is the car that we will campaign overseas.
D1NZ veteran Johnny Udy made a return to competition at Hampton Downs in the black Holden Monaro, the old V8 twin-turbo setup being retired for NA power.
Yeah, ditched the turbos for NA power sort of thing. It's had some pretty good success with it, so obviously the thing to do, and he's more reliable, he's more drivable, so happy as.
Been a while since you've been in the game?
Yeah, it has been. Like, levels changed heaps. Like it's frustrating because you kind of know where you want to be, but executing it's another story. So just here to have some fun, really.
Sky Zhao in the 2 Degrees 570Z was struggling to find speed over the hill at Hampton Downs, spending much of practice trying to adapt to the evolving performance from the D1 field.
We found the entry at Hampton Downs is quite fast now, so with the pace everyone's running, we probably run top of third, probably around 160k, 170k into the corner. We found inside the corner actually the mid-corner speed is not that high. We need to tune our car a little bit. In our third gear the rev slightly low, but we have pumped up the tires to compensate in that, and I think we got the car down in.
Defending champion Kurt Whitaker unveiled a new livery in the Autosure R34 Skyline, another driver wary of the short drift section at Hampton Downs, predicting close battles in the top 32.
I can imagine there's probably going to be a few reruns, you know, and that's what it's going to come to. They're going to go until someone makes a mistake, and that'll be the key, is not making mistakes and just getting through those battles, keeping nice and close, nice and tight, doing what the judges ask, get the clipping points, stay on their bumper, but you know, just try not to be too shallow, and you know, and just try not make a mistake. That will be the key.
Really stepping up now. What inside line though? It's going to be a mixed line.
Visiting Australians Andreas Paraskevas and current ADGP champion Rob White enjoyed their first taste of D1NZ competition. The Achilles radial driver with a modest outlook on the weekend.
You know, we obviously want to do well on the comp and, you know, place ourselves up against Australia. It'd be a shame to come all this way and then, you know, do something stupid and not be, you know, not really get an indication on where we sort of sit in the D1NZ round. So we're just going to go out there, put on a show for the crowd and just give them a good old, you know, they all want the New Zealander to win anyway, so they're all going to be booing me if I do well, so it doesn't matter.
Series leader Fanga Dan continued to look at home in the Castrol Edge Commodore at round 4, enjoying new changes to the car after his back-to-back win in Tauranga.
yeah, we're pretty happy with it. We've got a new dog box in there, and that's just, I've been trying to break it, you know, like I've never had a dog box in any of my drift cars or any race car I've owned, and I've just been hammering it, and it's been good. I'm having fun, like I say. I just feel pretty relaxed in the car and out there, put on a show, and hope to get on the podium again.
At the top end of qualifying, Mad Mike Whittett would take out third spot in the Red Bull RX-8. Unleashing a refreshed 800 horsepower package, the three-rotor Bad Bull was on song. Searching for a good result after an average start to the season, Cole Armstrong took out second spot in the V-Energy Skyline, but it was all eyes on young gun Nico Reed laying down a sensational 90-point score in the Luxury Sports S15, grabbing his first ever pole position in the D1NZ Pro class. So Nico Reed, again the rising star, coming of age in the pro class, ahead of Cole Armstrong and Mad Mike. Troy Forsyth with another good result in fourth, ahead of Tannock and Woolhouse. Another series newcomer, Zach Pohl, proving himself again amongst the front runners, with Johnny Udy, Kurt Whitaker and Kyle Jackaways rounding out the top 10.
Things changing, I guess I gotta grow up.
Don't go away. After the break, it's business time with highlights of the top 32.
The whole town shows up, but shit's not how it used to be, and that brainwash not getting through to me. I go to school, yeah, I got a job, but could really care less, and my shoes are clean now. Let's build a fan base from the ground up, cause to beat the odds, you gotta round up. Nowadays, everybody too stiff. Nice job, got cash, but forgot how to have fun. Not me, not I, never will be. All grown up, new life, but I'm still me. Chart climbing, yeah, the top rhymer is still putting hot sauce in my top ramen. Go, go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Treating each day like my last one. Learn things you won't see up in the classroom.
Welcome back to highlights of round 4 of the Cody's D1NZ National Drifting Championship. The top 32 kicking off with Andreas Paraskevas spinning out against Johnny Udy. Gaz Whiter grabbed a surprise win against Cody Collis in the 32. Collis coming in too hot for the underpowered 180SX. Skinny Mobile's Cam Vernon spared off into the dirt in his 32 battle against Kurt Whitaker, while Andrew Redwood left Sky Zhao in the dust, opening up a huge gap on the 2 Degrees 570Z.
Belcher looking to close on into the rear of
Hugo McLean had an easy pass into the top 16 against Ben Belcher, while Shane Allen overcooked his chicken against Kyle Jackaways. In the top 16, championship contenders Andrew Redwood and Fangadan would go head-to-head. This time, victory was with the Achilles RX-7 after a superb chase run. A surprise knockout for Fangadan. Still in the 16, Kurt Whitaker defeated Johnny Udy, while Troy Forsyth left Australian champ Rob White in the dirt for a place in the top 8. Gaz Whiter continued to raise eyebrows, fending off top qualifier Nico Reed in the Luxury Sports S15. Arguably the slowest car in the competition was becoming a nuisance for drivers on the chase. The fairy tale drive would continue in the top 8 against Kurt Whitaker. The Auto Shore Skyline going way offline before the switch. The little SR20 powered 180SX again knocking out another high horsepower machine.
Hugo McLean.
Hugo McLean went OMT with Zach Pohl in the Grabber Tool AE85, and after a closely fought rerun, Hugo went wide into the sand trap. handing the win to Zach Pole in the 33. Cole Armstrong put on a solid display against Jason Sellers in the top 16, progressing through to top 8 against Zach Pole, another solid drive against the Rollet Bullet R33, securing V-Energy a spot in the top 4. Andrew Redwood continued his aggressive drive in the top 8 against Southern Drifters Troy Forsyth, the Achilles FC RX-7 powering away from the Rapid Performance S13 on the lead run. Bruce Tannock and Kyle Jackaways paired off in the top 16, with Tannock taking the win, while Mad Mike had a comfortable win over NAC's Danum Templeman. This would see Tannock and Whittett paired up in the top 8, but the Achilles S13 was no match for the 3-rotor Bad Bull. The top 4 would play out with Gaz Whiter doing his best to lead from Andrew Redwood, but the fairy tale drive looked to be over for Gaz, Redwood progressing through to the final.
As you get people going down the hill, his left foot braking.
Red Bull and V-Energy would go door to door for a spot in the final, Mad Mike laying down a textbook chase run against Cole Armstrong, Mad Mike taking the win. This would see Cole in the battle for 3rd and 4th against Gaz Whiter. Again, the underpowered 180 SX was no match for the V-Energy Skyline, Cole Armstrong taking 3rd place and his first podium of the season. The final battle had thousands of spectators fixated on Andrew Redwood's chase against the Red Bull RX-8. Advantage was in his favour until drama unfolded at the top of the hill as Redwood made big contact to the rear of the car, Redwood spinning yet again in a final. With a 10-0 advantage to the Red Bull RX-8, there was nothing Redwood could do on his lead run, Mad Mike securing his first round win of the season. So Mad Mike Whittett takes the honours for round 4 at Hampton Downs, Andrew Redwood in 2nd ahead of V-Energy's Cole Armstrong. Gaz Whiter put on a stunning drive in the underpowered 180 SX to finish 4th. In the big knockouts of the weekend, Nico Reed and Daniel Woolhouse still scraping through the top 10 with their points from qualifying.
Alright, we're here with our round 4 winner at Hampton Downs, Mad Mike Whittett, Rotor Power, back on top.
Yeah, it feels good, you know, like after round 2, the last time we brought this car out was we blew the gearbox. Last session of practice before qualifying and try to get through a first gear, which obviously set us way back in points, dropped us back from, we were back in 12th place before round 3. Round 3 had some strong results down in Tauranga, which bumped us up to 6th. It was a good jump for us, and then obviously getting good qualifying today and then finishing number 1. So hopefully climbing up that table. Fanger's got a good solid lead at the moment, but with today he got knocked out top 16. Also Nico Reed, who's sitting right behind him in the points, also knocked out top 16. So it's good for myself to be able to regain some points, and obviously we've still got 2 rounds to go, anything can happen.
Alright, looking forward to Christchurch?
Yeah, can't wait. So we haven't been to Christchurch for a good 3 years in the championship, so we've got a good fan base, you know, and Christchurch, so really pumped to get down there. It's an awesome track, awesome facility, so looking forward to the road trip.
Yes, that's right, D1NZ is heading south for the first time in more than 2 years as the National Drifting Championship visits Christchurch for round 5 at Ruapuna Raceway. Local star Troy Forsyth will be out to spearhead the Southern Charge in the only South Island round on the calendar, and you can catch all the action right here on oversteertv.co.nz.